joining us, welcome to the show. This is still the tea break on Inspiration FM. My name is Yokikioluwa Akindele, and it is time for business growth with RiRi. And we have RiRi in the studio this morning. Hi, RiRi.
Hi,
Good
how
morning.
are you?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
Okay, hi Lagos. Trust you're doing great. On this beautiful day, you are tuned into Business Growth with RiRi, the show that gives an unfair advantage to business owners and entrepreneurs. The sponsors of this show are FCMB. And on today's show, I'm going to be carrying on with the conversation about social media behavior and winning strategies. So last week, I was saying that over 3.96 billion users show up on social media, and this is growing daily. So you may ask yourself, why should I, as a business owner, be showing up on social media? Don't I need to be out there making money, But as I said, the reach is large, it's global, it's actually very, it's inexpensive. There's a great opportunity to actually do market research, because when I said back in the day, we used to call people a lot and ask them about their opinions. Now on social media, you can just get that information more quickly. It's also an opportunity to show up with your brand. There's also an opportunity to increase sales, because that's why you're in business. You can interact closer with your customers. You can drive traffic to your website from social media, and it saves on advertising. It's a lot cheaper than traditional advertising. So that is why it's important for social media as business owners. And now I'm going to be going into winning strategies, because sometimes a lot of people say to me, RiRi, I spend a lot of time on social media and I'm not seeing the reward. So I'm going to share with you some tips that you can do to actually get some, winning strategies. So the first one I would say is to share your expert tips. Whatever it is that you have in business, come out on social media, share it, let your audience know, the behind scenes of what you do and how you create your products. People really appreciate that. Another thing that you can do on social media, because it is social, is to ask questions. And as I said, back in the day when I was, been in business for a long time and being in career, we never had, that close opportunity that you have. So ask your customers questions about your products. Is this working for you? Do you like this? Do you want to change? Just ask random questions, And another thing that's interesting is what you can do to win is share compelling data. Just like I've shared, like the figures of how many people are showing up. Whatever data that will be important for your customer, it's also important to do. Another thing that excites customers is when you've got a new product and you unveil it and there's a countdown and all your customers are, they're expectant. They're like, wow, what is this? I mean, I even did that recently, because I'm going to be doing an event, and I was like, telling people that there's a speaker coming up soon, she's coming up, and then I unveiled it. That is exciting for your audience. There's also something that you can do, giveaways. Giveaways are really great on social media, and even, like for myself, I'm going to be doing a giveaway next week, so watch out for that with our sponsors. And another important thing to do on social media to win is to go live. Remember I told you that it was all about connections and connecting with your audience. So go live as often as you can so that you can really connect with your audience. There's another important thing that you can do that is really helpful and will really help you win. It's storytelling. As human beings, we love it, don't we? We love a good story. We love gist. What happened, the beginning, the middle, the ending, So tell your story, tell your backstory, tell people how you arrived at your business. And sometimes you can actually do it in a series, so series 1, so that they're looking forward to the story next week. A lot of business owners I know do that. And stories are more compelling when you include conflict and resolution, especially when it's to do with their pain. So you tell them about, like a business owner came and they had this problem and, they were just looking for so many months before they could find this solution, and boom, they found us. And then they started using our product. And then by day 5 or day 6, their problems were just, we were just able to help them. And this is a testimonial. And sometimes you'll even get the customer to come on, whether they're live or whether it's a testimonial on a video, and they will just come on and they will say, this product is the best thing since sliced bread, So to do that, share your story, share testimonials, that is just a great thing to do. Another important thing to do on social media is call to action. So that is where you say things like learn more, sign up, download, contact us, shop now, book now, watch more, apply more.
But why is it important to have a call to action? Because I mean, you can do all this actions does not necessarily, all these call to actions does not necessarily mean I would watch more.
Yes.
Or I would sign up. So why is it important to have a call to action?
If you don't have a call to action, you're missing an important part of your message.
How
and
so?
a lot of people, that they're in a hurry. You know what it's like when you're on social media. So when you're actually telling them to call to action, you're leading them to do something. So if not, they may read a beautiful message from you, a beautiful advertisement from you, but if there's nothing to do, they'll move on to the next one. So it's just that human psychology of actually taking steps to tell people what to do next. Otherwise, they'll just move on, and that's a lost opportunity. So it's so important to call to action. Another thing that is important is, especially if you're a social enterprise, is to start a group. I'm part of a successful group. It's called Raising Confident Girls. It's a social enterprise, and we've been around for 7 years, and we didn't even think that we'd be around for this long. But a lot of these winning strategies are things that we do. We show up, there's a team of us, we put on topics, we ask our audience to give us information. Sometimes we'll say, what is this capture? And all our audience will be writing things to us. Sometimes we get speakers on to give them information. Sometimes it's not just because when you have a social enterprise, it's like, okay, this is my baby. No, you don't want to be a control freak. You want people to be able to connect with you and have conversations. So that is important. As I said, I'm part of a movement called Raising Confident Girls, and we've been around for 7 years. And even now, 7 years later, we're still having those engagements. We're still having important conversations. So that is something that you may do if you are a social enterprise. Now, before I carry on, I want to talk about a special message from our leading sponsors, FCMB. But first, I've got to ask the question, are you looking to boost your portfolio with new skills and professional certificates? Or are you in need of a community to network and grow your business? Because, as I said to you, I've been in business for 10 years and I know how important it is to grow, to have a community, to network with. Well, I've got the perfect solution for you. FCMB Business Zone. Yes, FCMB Business Zone is that one-stop online platform that gives you unrestricted access to unlimited business resources like online learning, business advisory services, ECRO services, and so much more. And guess what? That's not all. You get to boost your business visibility, yes, your own business visibility, and reach more customers by signing up as a merchant on FCMB Business Zone. Okay. Yes. So join any of the 20 communities and effectively grow your business. And to get started, all you need to do is go to businesszone.fcmb.com. Let me say that again. Visit businesszone.fcmb.com for opportunities in your business to learn more, earn more, network, and most importantly, grow your business. So we're going to take a break right now, and we'll be right back after the break. Don't touch that dial.
Starting and growing a business is not an easy feat, so you need all the support you can get. What if the right support were just a few clicks away? It actually is. Say hello to FCMB Business Zone. FCMB Business Zone is a one-stop online platform that gives you access to a wide range of business resources, including certified online learning, advisory services, ESCO services, and so much more. What's more, you can make your business offerings visible to more customers by signing up as a merchant on FCMB Business Zone. You can also join any of our over 20 communities of interest and effectively grow your business network. To get started on the Business Zone, please visit businesszone.fcmb.com. Sign up on FCMB Business Zone today and get access to new opportunities to network, learn, and grow your business.
FCMB, my bank and I.
Welcome back, Lagos. You are tuned into Business Growth with RiRi, the show that gives an unfair advantage to business owners and entrepreneurs. And I was saying that the show is proudly sponsored by FCMB. And on today's show, I've been talking about social media behavior and winning strategies. I've been talking about things like sharing your expert knowledge, asking questions, sharing compelling data, or storytelling. That's very important. Making sure that you call to action, or also that you can start a group, especially if you are a social enterprise. Now, what I'm going to be talking about now is mistakes that people actually make on social media as a business owner. So one of the big mistakes is trying to sell to everyone, because as you know, everyone is not your market, So what you need to do is you need to niche down and find those type of people, and when you're communicating your offering, speak to those people that you are connecting to. You can't actually sell to everyone.
To everybody.
Okay. Another thing is trying to be too social as a business owner. You're a business owner, you're professional. Sometimes some people show up and they're just dancing all the time. That's good, but at the same time, you need to, be professional and showcase your business.
How do you draw the line? Because on one hand, you're saying, okay, it's social media, you have to be social.
Yes.
And on the other hand, you're saying, don't be too social.
Yes.
So how do you draw the line?
It's all about balance, isn't it? Too much of everything is not good. And if you're always just being silly, and people will not take you seriously.
Okay.
So you have to get to a point where, you have your fun moments, and you also have the time when you're serious. Okay. Another mistake that people have is not having a strategy. So they go on social media and they're just all over the place. I remember last week I talked about the 4-point strategy. If you don't have a strategy, you'll find yourself being exhausted. And a lot of business owners come back to me and say, RiRi, I've been on there, I've been posting nothing. And I say to them, have you got a strategy? No. So, another thing is being uptight and boring. Millennials, they want us to show up, they want us to be exciting. As I said, it's social media. So if you are too uptight and professional, you know how it is. People will just move elsewhere, okay? Not engaging with your audience is a big mistake. If you put a product and your audience are like, wow, I want to know more, and you've muted, you don't say anything, of course your audience are going to move away and move on to it. Because remember, social media is all about engagement. So you have to respond to comments. You have to acknowledge, what people are saying about your brand. You can't just be silent.
But what if I'm not getting the desired engagement from my posts and from what I'm doing on social media?
Yes. So one thing that you can do, and one thing that's beautiful about social media, is that you can look at your insights. Okay. You can look at the best time to post, because sometimes you may have valuable information, but your audience is just not awake. So if you're posting at 6 a.m. in the morning, you've got some great content, but your audience are just not there. So business owners, look at your insights, look at when people are showing up, look at your best content, what activity in the past has created engagement, and follow that path. Because if not, you will get frustrated.
Sure.
There may be times of the week that you could even show up more, perhaps say on a Wednesday or a Monday. By Friday, people are relaxed, they just want to hit the weekend, so maybe that may not be a day to show up. But don't take my word for it. Look at your insights. Your insights will tell you the best times of the day and the best times of the week to show up. So that's what you should do. So I'm still talking about making mistakes that people make on social media. Another thing is ignoring your competition. One thing that I try and do is learn, rather than say my competitors, learn from them, see what they're doing, especially the ones that are doing great. See the things that if they're getting great engagement, learn from them, see what they're posting, see what they're talking about. I'm not saying that you should copy them, copy and paste, but I'm just saying, rather than ignore your competitors, learn from them. Another mistake that people make on social media is overselling. That means that every time they show up, they have, imagine if I was selling this water, buy this today, every day. People will run away. They'll be like, Rita, you're always selling something. No. So social media, it's all strategy. It has to be, it has to balance. Okay?
Then there's also this one of people that people do, and it's buying fake followers.
Oh yes.
And because we have to go, but buying fake followers, and they see it from the
that's it,
because they say, okay, once you go into their page, you see something 152k followers.
Yes.
What is the danger in that?
The danger first is that actually Facebook or any of these social medias, they can close you down with Facebook, And another thing about fake followers is that you don't actually get the engagement. I've looked at some brands that have big followers, and I'm actually looking at their engagement, and I can tell from their engagement
likes.
Exactly whether they really have followers. So, and then at the end of the day, as a business owner, you're in business to make profit and to sell. So if you have fake followers and nobody is actually buying from you, what is the point? Instantly there's a perception. Yes, okay, this person is like a brand, and is really big out there. But really and truly, it's better to build up. So remember, social media is not a one-way, it's a two-way. It's all about engagement. It's all about reflecting your brand in a positive way. So I've already mentioned all the type of things to do, and just think about all the things that I've said. Pick out a goal. Think to yourself, what has RiRi said today that I'm not doing? And start to do that, and you will see the difference. So next week, we are finished, I've finished off this talk about social media. Next week, I'm going to be talking about corporate branding. And next week, I've got some special FCMB guests, our sponsors. They're going to be coming in. And we've got a big giveaway next week. So save the date for next week, and I'll be back again. Once again, you've been listening to Business Growth with RiRi. This show is sponsored by FCMB. And if you want to get more business tools from me, just go ahead to RiRiokoye.com and you will see a lot of business tools. Thank you very much and have an excellent weekend.
All right, thank you.
Week.
Thank you very much.
We're still on Tuesday, aren't we?
Tuesday, and the week will soon end.
Okay.
Thank you very much, RiRi. All right, coming up, we have
Thank
to
you.
take a break, and at the top of the hour, it will be time for the world news. Bode Bruno will be here for Sports Waka at 12:15, and at 12:30, the Media Rewind. All right, so stick around, don't go anywhere. It is Inspiration 92.3 FM. This is the Tea Break, and my name is Bitesize. Stay tuned.